That was weird. Okay, I refreshed my page and it looks like everything's working again. It said my OBS just stopped working. I hope everybody's still here. Sorry about that. All right, so what I've done is the sketch is down. The rough lines are there. Yeah, no, it wasn't just your feed. I'm so sorry. The OBS had a little situation. Thank you all so much for not leaving. It looks like I lost some people, but thank you all so much. And here we go. Now what I'm doing is I'm lightening my lines. I know, Panda Pool is great. See you later, Tom. Have a good one. And have fun in DC. That is awesome. They'll be back. They all come back. Aw, thank you, Lee. Okay, so here we go. I'm using my kneaded eraser to lighten all of the lines. And what that's doing is just basically making it so that when I do put down my next layer of lines, I can clean things up and the sketch is just kind of barely visible underneath there. So the sketch is down and now I'm gonna refine all the lines, clean them up, and send this for approval. Which is kind of fun that the two people that I need to send it to for approval are on the stream. Yay! Well, we certainly broke my computer for a moment. It had a little like spaz. I love you, Kara. I'm still undecided if I'm gonna put a big jacket on her. It's a little bit hard to incorporate a jacket because of how her body is turning. But it would be pretty fun if it was open and we kind of went like cape style. Batlantic Studio, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, not Star-Lord's fault. It's been a minute. How's it going? Oh, Travis, I'm so sorry I missed your question. I will be streaming the coloring process as well, yes. Probably I'm going to be starting in on the coloring tomorrow. So I'm going to do my own flats with this one because it's not a ton of information. So I'm going to flat it and color it tomorrow on live stream. Gonna be fun. Hey, Anthony. It was totally Star-Lord's fault. You blamed Thor? I think it was kind of Star-Lord's fault. I feel really bad for him, but it kind of was. How is it Thor's fault? Aw, you are so welcome, Hans, and so much love to you. That means a lot. Yay! Oh, right. Okay, you're right, Lee. He missed the head. Right. Of course that would be your reason, Kara. That's just the unforgivable sin, right? No, thanks, Louie. Yeah. Thor is dead to you. Fair enough. All right, so now I am refining the lines. I was going a little faster and looser with the lines in the sketch. Now I'm going to try to clean everything up and get the line work ready for approval. I don't really want to send in something that, you know, you can kind of tell what's drawn, but there's too much information. It's like, is that an arm or is that an extra finger? Like, what's happening? So I'm trying to clean it up. Oh, that's so exciting, Ash. I can't wait. Woo! All right, so I have that little triangle I was telling you guys about for the nose shape. Now I'm gonna actually turn that into a nose. Oh, are you not gonna be there, Travis? Bummer. So some of this I'm going to adjust in the colors too. So, you know, this line at the top of her nose, I'm probably not going to leave black. I'm going to color that in and clean it up. And I'm almost thinking to digitally ink this one too. Then I can play with it a little bit more. I can do a little bit more refining. So my plan is tomorrow to do the digital inks and the flats and get started on the colors if I have enough time. And then on Friday, today's Wednesday, yeah, so then on Friday I'll finish up the colors and my deadline is February 9th and we're gonna make it. What happened to Arrow? Oh, hey Sam. Nice to see you here. That's Mr. Blue 77. Oh, thank you for the follow too. So this is something I picked up in my years in Japan and anime art, is that like when a character is like doing an angry face, they start getting their like little vampire fangs. Like all of a sudden those teeth just get a little bit longer. And I do it all the time, and like it's habit from, you know, living in Japan, watching all the cartoons, and then just seeing it in anime art and stuff like that. So I always do that. If you notice, I did it even on the Harley face for the Detective 1000. I posted a close-up of Harley's face and I did the same thing because she's like supposed to have like crazy eyes. So she kind of grows a little teeny fang. And I do it every time. Oh, yay! Thank you so much, Sam. Oh, thank you so much, Ash. Yay! And thank you for the host, Louie. Yay, thank you, Ash. That means so much. I had fun working on that one. I got so into the whole concept of people jumping out of food, I went and studied all the background to it, and like the history of food and then people in food, and it was so fun. Von Black, thank you for the follow. All right, I had to pull this lip over on the our right-hand side. I had to pull it out a little bit more towards the right because her mouth was shifted a little bit too far to the left. You know, Sam, I don't think I'm gonna make it to Dallas this year. I usually skip years, and so I'm not gonna go to Dallas Fan Expo this year, but then I'll probably try to go back next year. Nice pun, Arrow. All right, so this is where lines start to matter, and something placed in the wrong place or even just the line thickness changes the expression. So like right here, it was too straight. So I just actually thickened the line a little bit to show a curvature in her lip, and all of a sudden she looks more angry. Though my little fang is a little too obvious, I think. She looks like a vampire pirate, which would be a fun story, but not for today. Oh, sorry, Lee. I don't want to make you skip it. Yes, I definitely plan on coming back to Dallas. Lower teeth, we wouldn't quite see that much of the top, and it would open up her mouth more if I'm not showing too much lower teeth. We're seeing more in her mouth, which makes her mouth more open and more rah. Oh, it's quite a trip for you. Okay, that makes sense. All right, and then I need to put some real scrunchy style looking lines right here by her brow to show that it's very furrowed, but I need to move them over a little bit. And we would see part of her tongue because her mouth is wide open. And all in here, I'm gonna fill black. When I do the digital work, of course, some of this stuff I can make adjustments to. And maybe it won't be black, it'll be like dark gray or something like that. But for now, this is what it's gonna look like. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Lee. That sucks. Mr. Blue or Sam, I use kind of a mixture of 3 different tools, really. Well, 2. I use pens and I use a brush. For pens, I use either Copic multiliners or Faber-Castell Eco Pigment. And you can scroll down and actually find the list. It's listed below me here of which tools I use. So like, you don't have to write it down. You can just scroll down, copy and paste into Amazon and your GTG. And then I use Winsor & Newton Series 7 Sable brush. And I don't think I have that in the list below, but the pens I do. Arting again, Gabriel. That's right. Oh, thank you, Philip. You're always there to help. I love it. See you later, Kara. All right, we're gonna get her some pretty fierce furrowed brows. She's gotta look mad. Steal everybody's diamonds. Oh, you're so awesome, Ash. Thank you. All right, so I did push her eyebrows a little further down to just make it a little bit more of an intense facial expression. She's fighting. She's going for it. Of course, Ash. 100%. It's so awesome of you. Thank you. All right, so just gonna adjust this a little bit. And because we're seeing her face from slightly undershot, and she is scrunching up her face and opening her mouth and all of that, the lower line of her eye follows the perspective of the face. So because it's going this way, there's a curve. The curve is going like a rainbow, basically. And the bottom of her lids become straighter as they're being pushed back like that. And then the upper lids become even more rounded because you're seeing them from like a wider angle of the curvature of the eye, for lack of a better way of saying that. So what I'm doing is I'm just straightening the lower lid. And of course, in a piece like this where I am exaggerating the facial expression a little bit, I'm really straightening out that lower lid. And I am drawing a little bit more exaggerated, a little bit more comic art, slightly bending to anime with my little like fang habit. Oh, thank you so much, Ash. I have to pick up the kids at 4 p.m. my time, so in 1 hour I'm gonna need to go get them. Thanks for the reminder, Hans. And I have a reminder alarm set on my phone so that I don't get too involved in art and fail as a parent. That would be so bad. And for anyone new to my stream, I am a mom of 3. I have a 16-and-a-half-year-old son who's in high school. I have a 14-year-old daughter who's in middle school. And I have a 8-year-old son who's in elementary. So I am all over the place. Not Star-Lord's fault. Yes, I will be doing some remarks and commissions at C2E2. Are you on my email list? Because that is where I take sketches for shows. I send around a little shopping list via my email list. So if you're not, right below me, right here is my website. Go there and subscribe. Bing! Fishing iron, thank you. And hello. All right, so we're gonna give her a big Victorian collar here, but it's definitely a men's vest suit jacket thingy collar, not a female one. So she is wearing male clothes, which when I looked her up and sort of read the Wikipedia page and history pages on her, it said that she fought in men's clothing, which, yeah, I mean, who's trying to fight in a giant ass skirt? Not me, ever. Are the CW crew here? Oh, the Cold War, yeah. And thank you so much for being on my list, Not Star-Lord's fault. That's awesome of you. I got the coloring book gig that got to. Oh, congratulations, Louie. That's awesome. Yeah, she sure was cool. Gabriel is here. Hello, Gabriel. And yes, full disclosure, I have not tried fighting in a skirt. But one very awesome moment in movie history is that awesome part with Gal in Wonder Woman when she's trying on all the clothes and she goes to try to fight in something and just freaking rips the skirt. That's about right. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. It's making the stream so much fun. There we go. Okay, now we're on to hair. Seriously? That is so great, Cold War Inc. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support today. I love it and I'm so grateful. Right. Yes, but she's in like yeah, okay, I was talking like giant ass Victorian skirt. Though, honestly, I wouldn't even want to fight in Wonder Woman's little gladiator skirt. Just no. Yoga pants, please and thank you. End of story. Oh, you're so welcome, Louie. That really means a lot. Fair enough, Gabriel. Yeah, fishing iron. I think it's just that they haven't updated it. Like, I don't have my table number yet for C2E2. I do for Emerald City, though, and they do have a good listing for Emerald City so far, but they don't for C2E2, which is funny because they're like literally 1 week apart. But yeah, it's got to be a whole thing for ReedPop to be doing 2 shows in 2 weekends. This is going to be aggressive. Right? I'm with you, Gabriel. They're so comfortable. Go Irish. I'm a bad Irish. Oh, seriously? Interesting. Yeah, Ash, I guess if you have an actual booth, but you're a guest at the show, so you've got an Artist Alley spot too, right? You and Ashley? Or are you kind of a guest with a booth? If so, good on you. That's very badass. Nice. Guest with a booth. Woot. Alright, so this is the center line, and I want to make sure that I have that center line of her chest in the right spot, because it kind of sets the tone of where everything else connects down the rest of her body, because she's going to be wearing a big, basically captain's vest, and then the buttons, the buckle, it's all centered, but her body is twisting. So it makes it a little bit interesting, and you've gotta, when you're drawing a pose like this, you want to have all of your directional lines figured out, or it's just such a bummer. I've screwed up on this before, and you're just like, oh my god, I wasted so much time doing it in the wrong place. Ooh, fancy. That's so awesome, Ash. Oh, are you serious? Is it the 10 by 10 that, with all the thing that I got sent for the interview, like that big booth setup? If so, that's amazing. Or do you do another booth? Feeder meters. Usually the 10 by 10s are feet. I really hope that your Artist Alley table and your booth are relatively close, Ash, or you're just gonna be like getting a marathon workout. Oh, I see. Okay. Because that's a really cool setup too. All right, with Pirates, especially considering that she was all in basically the Caribbean islands, we're gonna go shell themed here. She probably have like some of those little shell necklaces, have some in her hair, so that's what we're gonna go with. Chuckload of comics, right. Ours is standard 10 by 10 with banners and tables and stuff. Well, that's awesome still. Right. Okay. So it's 2 separate things. But you're kind of doing that one too, right? So you're gonna be running all over the place. Dude, I don't know how you do it, Ash. Need a fridge full of monsters. All right, I am referring to I need to find the Victorian men's vest and get that drawn in correctly. It's almost more like captain's clothing. The 80s white coral necklace, yeah. Oh, okay, that's interesting, Ash. Well, when I watched some of their YouTube videos, it had something that Cold War was sponsoring or something like that, which is super cool. She needs a bottle. You sponsor them. Okay, that's so awesome. All right, so the collar is a little thick, but it's doubled over. I mean, I'm still having to kind of try to get a good image of what the Victorian collars really looked like. So right now I'm kind of just going by memory because I'm not finding a really good, this is the collar kind of picture. Yeah, I watched some of their YouTube videos and they're awesome. Okay, so even though she's got a little bit of bangs, and she's, from what I can tell, most people draw her, I mean, she's like of Irish descent, right? Or she was born in Ireland, and as such, you know, we'll give her the like Irish red hair and very fair skin, though I imagine if you're as an Irish descent human here, I burn and peel and burn and peel. I can never get a tan, right? Doesn't matter what happens, no tan. But let's pretend she gets a bit of a tan, because you'd have to. If you were like living in the South Pacific, or sorry, in the islands like that, you would have to get a tan, or you'd just freaking die. So she's gonna have red hair with a little bit of a tan, kind of dirty, and her hair is gonna be so matted and greasy. So I'm kind of putting it all together in little clumps. It's not going to be sort of the open flowy hair that I usually try to draw, which is hard. I checked that out, Ash, and so yeah, she has reddish hair and a bit of a tan, so it works. Yeah, I can't tan for the life of me. Oh my god, I've tried. I like go for a vacation and I come back whiter than ever because I burnt and peeled. Right? Me too, Ash. It's crazy. I really wish I could get a tan just to go full girly on you guys. I would so be happy with a tan. But no. Oh, nice. Lucky you, fishing iron. I am half Irish and oh my god, I just burn instantly. I burn in the shade on a sunny day. And I kid you not, I burn in the shade because the sun bouncing off of the sand or the concrete, the roof, bouncing off lights, whatever those are called, get my skin and I burn. No joke. Thank you, Gabriel. How about glow in the dark white? Weep. All right, so I'm gonna just put a couple little folds here. And there's gonna be some seams. So I wanna have a seam along the edges, just so that it looks like a finished coat. It can look a little tattered and old, like maybe I can put some tears in it, some little like patches and stuff like that on it, which would be fun little additions to it. Kind of think like ripped jeans, where you can still see some fraying, but it's still holding in one piece. Something like that. Makes you easier to find in the dark. That's true. All right, and then this back arm, we're seeing kind of the way that her shoulder is turning. We're really seeing the top joint right here, as opposed to kind of seeing it covered with like your shoulder muscle and stuff. Because we're elongating the shoulder muscle to pull her arms back like that, we're really seeing this top joint quite clearly. So it's gonna look a little thinner right here. Now sometimes you can be right, but it looks wrong. So I am making her arm right now, where it would be quite thin because of the angle that we're seeing her at. But if it just looks wrong, I'll widen it out and just make it look like a clear shoulder. I'm doing better with the migraines. It's definitely improving. Not perfect, like no, I was hoping that it would just be miraculous and I wouldn't have a migraine. But it's definitely better. I'm like, when I start getting one, I know how to like stop them and it works usually. So it's definitely improving, and I hope that with a few more treatments, they'll be gone. And that would be amazing. First time in my life since I was like 19 months old and could talk that I won't be dealing with chronic migraines. Fuck yeah, bitches! Sorry, but it's just so exciting. Really? That's awesome, Ash. Yeah, I've been diagnosed with severe chronic migraines my whole life. Though, when I was living in Japan, I went to an eye doctor because they thought maybe I needed glasses and that's why I had migraines. And this is a long time ago. And I was like the first blue-eyed person, or light-eyed person that the eye doctor had seen. And so he said I had pink eye, which I did not have pink eye. But it was just, I guess my eyes just looked so very different, and maybe they were bloodshot because of the migraines or something, but I was like 8 and had to like, it became a whole thing with school that I had pink eye and I did not have pink eye. I know what that felt like. Oh, thank you so much, Hans. That is really good to hear. Right now I'm on it's gonna sound weird, but I'm doing the Botox injections in your scalp and neck, and it's supposed to help. So I've just done one treatment of that, and I'm gonna try, and I'm really hoping it works. Yeah, everybody seconds and thirds. I don't know if we can get that here yet. I'll have to check. All right, I really thought I was going to be way done with this. I'm just talking and not focusing as much as I should. Apologies, everybody. Okay, so this is going to be like a little gnarly dread, but I might even put a few braids in her hair too. Scintillating aura migraines. That has to be really rough, Ash. Scintillating migraines. Oh, thank you, Louie. All right, and then right here is her collarbone that's going from the top of her her shoulder all the way to the nape of her neck right here, or the what is this called right here? I always just go so completely brain dead on shows. Like I don't remember any of the right words for anything, proper names. I guess I'm just not really focusing and then talking a mile a minute. But anyway, right here on her throat, clavicle. Thank you, Noctuvia. You're awesome. So here we go. It just goes from the clavicle all the way to the top of the shoulder right here. And so that's what we're seeing. And these are why I find it so helpful to have the base of the neck and then the collarbones placed in. It just, I don't know. Once I started doing that, it really changed things for me artistically, that I just ended up with a lot less strange neck placement problems. All right. Then, because she's wearing a vest and we are seeing the side of her body right here, because of how she's twisting, the vest needs a proper armhole, and it's definitely not comfortable when they're like all up in your armpit. So I'm gonna make it a little bit of a lower one like this. And then in order to show a proper twist on her body, I am going to make it clear that we are seeing part of the back. And then of course, because her lower body is twisting in the other way, the seam would of course go over here and disappear towards the back. Yes, Gabriel, this is the one piece I'm doing. They're getting a bunch of different artists to draw a card. I mean, maybe some are doing more than one, but I have one card to get done. So, and it's fun. I get to draw a cool pirate girl. I love it. See you later, Fishing Iron. Have a good one. All right, so her hat is flopping to the front like this, and then it's held up on this one side, and I'll put some kind of piratey looking brooch on it right there, and that's gonna hold it up. And here it's gonna rotate. And again, it has a bit more cuts into it and stuff so that it doesn't look like a brand new, pure, perfect looking hat. It's supposed to be a little bit floppy and tattered. Dawn doesn't have any, Ash. Otherwise, I gladly would. It's going to be a cloth vest, Philip, because I'd like to have some of that Victorian British style embroidery. So it's not going to look like a new jacket. It's going to look more like she stole it from someone and has worn it to death, kind of thing. Oh, thank you so much for putting the link. Please shamelessly plug away, you guys. That's what I'm here for. All right, and then because of the way that the body is bending in all of these different places, or pulling, respectively, that's where the cloth will be pulling here, creasing here, and then also the same, pulling here. It's like the tension and release of the cloth in all the different areas that help to show that direction and also clearly make it plain to see that she's wearing a shirt and not had naked arms or bare arms or whatever. That is so awesome, Comic Force! Yay! Oh, my book cover characters, that's true. I just never really made them into anything. Okay, for sure. Is there a typo? Justin, hello! Alright, so I'm giving her a lace-up shirt, but it is laced. There's just going to be a little bit of cloth there. And then here's some more cloth from her shirt. And I'm going to have the strings of her cloth kind of flowing around. And I think that because of the way that the direction of her body is, the weight of her body is kind of going to be pulling these... Gosh, I don't know. Which way would the strings from her blouse fly if she's turning? I suppose maybe they would be flying that way. I'm going to need to think about that because I guess it depends on how she turned into which way the strings would fly. Oh, thanks, Adam. Kylie, hello. I'm so glad you could make it, love. I'm leaving in half an hour. The other way, okay. Thank you, Ash. Wait, which other way? Lol. You know what? I'm going to change her blouse because something I just noticed is that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 parallel lines all going that direction. And so I'm going to get rid of this one right here and give her a different type of shirt because it's just, it doesn't look right to me. She's coming at us, yes. Thanks for the assist, Justin. Results inconclusive. Well, for now, I guess we're not running into that issue because I need to change her shirt. There were too many parallel lines in a row. I don't like it, and I definitely try to be on the lookout for stuff like that. So, we'll be doing a different shirt. She is twisting, yeah, so she's kind of running, you know, picked up her sword, running to swipe at someone with it. So yes, you're right. If she's twisting, they would go that way. towards her left arm. You're right. And it actually works out nicely to change the shirt like that. Then I have a lot more room to do fun things with her necklaces. Yay! I like jewelry. I think it's time for some leather straps on her. And I personally have a thing where I way prefer, if you're going to do a bunch of leather straps on something, they shouldn't all be parallel. I mean, even if you're wearing one that's intentionally parallel, they never stay, right? It all kind of gets all mussed about. So I think it's way more natural and looks a lot more believable if the leather is kind of overlapping in places and stuff like that. Thanks, guys, for all your suggestions. It's awesome. What happened to my blue clicky eraser? Okay, what I did is the click eraser case, that blue one, doesn't hold the eraser well. And it was new. It was just, it doesn't hold the eraser that it's supposed to properly. So I switched it to this one. And so it has the erasers that I like, but it's in a claw holder that holds it in place so much better. So I am very happy. Oh, thank you so much, Ash. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. Boogeyman82, hi. Oh, Jessamine, hello. Yeah, this, Gabriel, has changed my life because I bought this one, but I don't like the eraser that comes with it. And then I have the Pentel click erasers. I love the eraser, but I hate the handle. So I figured out that I can put the two things that I liked together and everything is happy. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Boogeyman. I don't have a sub button for now. Oh, Cold War, yay! All right, Kylie, this is Anne Bonny for the Fight Your Friends game. like this is the dread area. So one more, and then, because I don't want to make it too bead busy, I'm going to put some plain hair and then have a few more and a little bit more plain hair, and then one or two as it curls back behind, because it's curling back this way along with the rest of the hair. Aw, thank you, Comic Force. Well, you know what, Philip? I'm listed, so I'm guessing that, yes, one of the recent covers I did is being used for it, but exactly which one, I don't know. I know they got Mike DeBalfo. How cool is that? Philip, I think that I'm listed for it. But you see, Brian saves covers. And so there's actually a fair few of mine that he has that haven't come out yet. Have you guys seen the logo for Fight Your Friends? I love it. And the pumpkin eyes flash on and off. It's amazing. And that was made by Ashley Witter and Team Ash. Jessamine, I'll need to, I guess, talk with me about that on email or something like that. Because I don't have a straight up answer right now. I don't know if I have that print. Yeah, how cool is that logo? It's amazing. So I want nice, big, embroidered buttonholes. I think they look so cool. And in my opinion, they really bring out the era that she's in for this. And because it's technically a men's jacket, I feel that it would be a little bit bunched up and stuff around her waist, seeing that she would have a bit of a smaller waist than whoever this belonged to. you are awesome. Thank you, Travis. Thank you so much for hanging out, Comic Force. Have a safe drive home, and I'll see you next time. Mwah! Yeah, he knows. They're gonna adjust that on the ad. Juan is back. Hello. All right, so from what I looked at online, looking up antique Victorian belts, a lot of them have the double prong, which in this case I think looks really good, especially for a wider belt like this. So I'm doing the double pronged belt buckle, and it's going to be a big gold belt buckle, and then I'm just getting in some indications of the little slices or holes in the belt for the prongs. And then I don't think it's needed to have a ton of them on the other side. I'm probably just gonna leave it be. And you know what? I was thinking to have the belt have the excess leather hanging down, but I'm not sure I'm gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna think about that. Thank you for the warning, Philip. You're amazing. All right, so I'm doing kind of a fancier Victorian buckle. And there'll be black in there. And then here, I'm thinking it would also billow out a little bit more. And let's say there's a couple more buttons, but I don't know if it would go all the way to the bottom. I'm thinking about that right now. If I want the buttons and slits all the way down, or stop at some point and then just leave it be. You know, sometimes, you know, there's the perfect amount, and you don't want to have overkill detail, but then you don't want to like undersell it. So, you know, for me, finding that balance and figuring out when I've gone too far is really hard. And Bonnie's looking great. Thank you so much, Philip. Victoria Buckle sounds like another pirate. True story, Justin. Ashley, hello. All right, so this leg is coming towards us. So she's kind of in about ready to run, or in the middle of twisting. So her thigh is holding up part of the vest. So instead of the vest going down like it does to a point on this side, and then it goes over her leg, on this side, her thigh is bent forward and it's coming towards us. So we're looking at her thigh slightly foreshortened. As such, this would start to sit on the top of her thigh and then go back. And it'll have a bit more bunching right here. Okay, and then there would be one button right here and another button right here. Right. This button's going to be a little bit crushed right there. I realized I put it in the wrong spot. It needs to follow the lines of her body and also the way that the cloth is falling. We would see less button on that side. I'm sorry, I'm missing which pieces Ashley's talking about. Sorry, love. If you want to, though, you can go to my website and you can see some of them there. Not everything, but some of them I do have on my website, and then you'll see a little explanation of what they are. And my website is the link right below me right there. Yeah, they really should. It's a goth chicken. I love that, Justin. Okay, so how tight her pants should be is going to be something I'll probably need to think about / see what Cold War has in mind for that. So right now they're kind of yoga pant-esque. Because honestly, you know, men's pants are usually a little tight if you've got a bit of a booty going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is from Rothick's Southern Nightgown. All right, and this is the white shirt. So even though right now it's a little hard to see what everything is and what's going on, it's a vest over a more billowy white shirt. All right, now I'm going to draw her knee underneath, just for me as far as setting up where it's going to go. And then I'm going to go over it and give her some big boots. Though technically I don't know if her boots should be that long, but again, I can when this goes for approval tonight, like guys, I hope you know that everything here is still pending approval. So the layout has been approved, but my sketch hasn't. So I'm going to be submitting it to Cold War Inc. tonight, and then they'll look it over, and things are subject to change, just so everybody is aware of that. You know, I'll draw what I think is right, but you know, I'm not the client here. And so it is important to remember that. If certain things change, I'm expecting certain things will need to change. And that's my job as an illustrator, is to try to get the best possible outcome for the publisher or the producer or whoever I'm working on something for, even for you as a person that's commissioned me to draw something, you know. End goal is client is happy. Mucho happiness, big smiley face. So, you know, things here are subject to change, and we'll work on them tomorrow. If I get asked to do any adjustments, no problem. I'll fix them tomorrow and we'll carry on, because I'd like to stream the process of all of this. So we'll see. All right, so here is where cloth again would be pulling, but this is also supposed to be kind of a looser shirt. Like, you know, she was a pirate, and the pirate style was to do a loose shirt. I'm not making the shirt super big and billowy, because then what's gonna happen is you're not gonna see the twisting motion in her body. You're just gonna see a big white shirt. So I am taking a little bit of artistic liberty here on the billowiness of said shirt, because it'll just get in the way of being able to see the motion of her body. But I don't need to make it look skin tight either, so there's not going to be as much pulling and tightness along here, because it still looks a little bit billowy, and I want that. I just don't know about doing so much right now, or it's going to hinder our ability as viewers of the piece to actually see what's happening in this particular area of her body. What? It was supposed to be man body? No. Ah! Way to give somebody a heart attack, Ash. Not Fabio-esque, that's right. We're gonna go a little bit tighter, a little bit more fitted. Oh, and thank you for the heads up. Just throw a beard on her. Oh my God! No! Yeah, I mean, oh my God. For a second there, I was like, is he serious? Oh my God, that would have been so bad. All right, I have about 8 minutes to go, and then I need to go pick up my kiddos. So nobody actually freezes in the -30 weather. Oh my God, yeah, that... If I had seen that right away, I would have, like, died. I still, you know, I keep coming back to this spot, and I'm waiting for inspiration to strike on what exactly to put there. It'll come. I'm just waiting. Haven't quite thought of it yet. Yeah. Way to give someone a heart attack on a Wednesday afternoon, Ash, when I'm like cutting it close to the deadline. Feather with beads, that's a good idea. What's a pirate doubloon, Gabriel? A little monkey? Well, I was thinking you could do a coin. Feathers or shells, that's a good idea. A monkey right here? This is what I'm thinking about, just in this spot right here. Oh, doubloons or coins, yes. Thanks, guys. A really little monkey. I'd have to be tiny. Gold coin bullet hole. That's awesome. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. My kids are texting me. Parrot pin. A small knife is a really good idea. You'd be fine with a little monkey, Ash? Okay. Yep, I've got to head out. All right, so I've got a few ideas from you guys here. A big gold coin, a little monkey, a small knife. All of those are just great ideas, and all I need to do is wrap up her hair and the bottom of the boot and this little bit right here, and then I will turn it over for sketch approval. If there are any changes, I'll make them tomorrow on stream with you guys, and I love you all a ton. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you haven't already, definitely go to, it's fightyourfriends.net, right? And if not, here is the Facebook page. So take a look at that, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. The Cold War crew, thank you so much for being here and showing your support. I appreciate it a ton. This was so much fun. Now, it is 25 below zero right now, so I gotta go get my kids and I'm gonna run. Mwah! Love you guys a ton. Have a great evening, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. See you later. Mwah!